then we are good to go whenever you're ready.
All right. What's up, guys? Happy Friday, and welcome to Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew.
That's right, Titan Lifestyle, every week, Friday, 2 p.m. And it's great to have John back. He's been gone for a couple weeks. Seems like he's been gone for a whole season rather than one episode. But he's back. Sorry. Feels great. Yeah, we got more topics. We added an event, which is always good.
Yes.
And, more health conscious topics today, not just crazy, stuff we've been talking about in the past.
Yeah. So big shout out to everybody that's joining us in. Details, Serve, Lindsay, Lou Mars, DJ Bunt, UNC, what's going on? Chopper 05, Wanda Basha, Jay Marty, Christina, all the people on TikTok too as well, Facebook, and I just want to take a moment, give a big shout out to Big Drew, because Big Drew has been holding it down, right? It's crazy. I've been working on the other side, different things with Titan, and I haven't been able to be here. But man, Drew has been holding it down. He's been giving you guys good shows, good information, and just holding it down. So that's what it's all about, man.
Appreciate it.
My brother.
Gotta hold it down. He's held me down for 5 years, 4 or 5 years now. So gotta hold him down if I can.
Not longer, bro.
Do what you can.
We got lifetime.
Do what you can. So
that's right.
Do what you can.
That's right, man. Yeah. So just keep growing. We keep getting bigger. So it's a beautiful thing. We got a good show for you guys. Obviously, we have our therapy of the week. We were going to answer any questions you guys have about building muscle, losing weight, eating better, what you're listening to in the gym, anything about that, go ahead and fire it away at us. And anything we can offer you guys nationwide, from hormone replacement therapy, medical weight loss, vitamin amino acid injectable therapies, rejuvenation detox, libido enhancers, males and females, all these different therapies as well. Plus, we got peptides like AOD 9604, which me and Drew were talking about. We've got TB500, BPC 157 for healing for you guys, and of course PT 141 for the sexual side, and many more other peptides. Plus nationwide blood work, guys, for all you guys and girls out there that want to see what's going on inside of you guys, make sure things are right, and or just don't know what's going on and want a good look underneath the hood. This is definitely the way to go.
John made a good point. He said people that are trying to get in shape or trying to lose weight, if you like the way you look, we have stuff that's going to make you feel better as well. So a lot of people out there are like, no, I'm good. I've been working out. I've been eating good. I look good. We have stuff that's going to make you feel better and also perform better. So it's not just about the way you look all the time. You want to be able to feel good too. You may think you're feeling good, but you could always feel better.
Absolutely.
So if you get your blood work done, now you could tell how you could feel better. So
absolutely.
A lot of people feel a lot better mentally or physically when they're younger.
Yep.
They get older, their test levels go down, so they start feeling off.
Yep.
A lot of women have hormonal problems because they were on birth control at a young age, and they don't realize why they're feeling funny now. So get your blood work done so you can feel better. And then if you want to look better too, we got stuff for that. But you want to make sure you're healthy first.
Absolutely.
That's more important than just looking a certain
100%. If you feel good on the inside, you're going to reflect on the outside too as well. Like, you have the good energy, you're going to be vibrant, you're bouncing, you're really good. I mean, if you're feeling good, you're going to usually be in a pretty good mood. If you're feeling bad, it's going to put you in a bad mood.
Yeah, it's like a gray day.
Yeah,
it's just,
you just don't feel good about yourself or things that are going on or whatever it may be. And this could be definitely caused by hormonal imbalance, deficiencies. Even females after they have their babies, right? Not immediately after, but after that, they go into postpartum depression and all these different things. And this is caused by hormone deficiencies or imbalances. And after they're done breastfeeding and all that, then they can start with hormone replacement therapy and fix the way they feel, maybe the way they look, and those extra pounds they put on. They want to get them off a lot faster. It's something for them. And listen, for you guys out there, trust me, you want your wife or girlfriend or whoever had your baby to be in the best mood possible when you're raising that baby, because there's a lot of things that go along with it, and that can strain different things from relationships too as well. So,
or being in the best mood possible, just because a lot of women, when they have a baby, their body isn't the same as it was. So whether it goes one way or it takes a while to get back, they have a lot of insecurities. So I'm not a woman, but I can only assume that you're going through all those emotions and physical stuff, and then now you have the baby. Now you may have gained weight. So now, not only with the mental part of having the baby, dealing with the baby, then the weight gain, then the not knowing. So it's like we can have everything in line. It's the best way. And one advice I'll say, I always preach this, is be patient, be consistent. That's like the main thing. People will take medication prescribed by their medical provider, and they'll be like, it didn't work. How long did you take it for? 3 days. Well, you got to be patient and let stuff kick in, and don't take too much too soon. Don't front load your things.
We got 2 questions on TikTok. One is, I started TRT 2 months ago, and my SHBG is in single digits. Any way to get it up at 170 milligrams a week? All right, so when we look at SHBG, right, sexual hemoglobin binding globulin, that's what SHBG stands for. But so when we look at this, now listen, mine's in the single digits too as well. You don't want the SHBG to go high. When the SHBG goes high, right, what happens is your testosterone is all bound up, and you're not getting into the free test. And that's when free testosterone is usually low on blood tests. But when the SHBG goes down, all that testosterone is rushing through the body. So, I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it unless you're having a negative side effect of one or the other. Because, like I said, I can show you every one of my blood tests, and they've always been on the lower end.
Also, how old are you, too?
Yeah, that does make a difference.
I mean, if you're really young or really old, that will, I guess.
Because there's different things that can raise your SHBG, but I'm telling you, you don't really want it to go up. All right,
and guys out there, I could automatically see it right now. You said if you don't do it, it's going to be a boost of testosterone.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So people out there are going to hear that and be like, oh, well, if I don't, it's going to be it's not a good thing.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm saying. So you want your testosterone to be free, released in the body, and you be able to utilize, not all bound up. Yeah. That's the point. We're doing good. Will Dominguez said, "How are you guys doing today?"
Nice. Will Dominguez. Awesome. I see Holden's on here. Pablo.
Yep. Van Michaels, what sets your program apart from other programs? So what sets us apart is patient care and patient service. We want to make sure that our patients get the top quality care. Personal regimens prescribed by the providers, us here to support you through your regimen and to get you to your goal, right? Whatever it is, with more weight, more body mass, better in the bedroom, better outside, mental clarity, whatever it is. So that's what our job is, right? To do it to the highest standard and quality. At that point, the cutting-edge therapies, having different things to give you guys as options to get you those great results. Whether it's our injectable vitamin amino acids like Hercules Potion or Titan Complete, or you're talking about hormone replacement therapy, whether it's testosterone, estrogen, anti-estrogens, whatever it may be. So that's kind of what sets us apart from anybody out there. And we've been doing it for 10 and a half years now, almost 11. I can't wait to say that. Yeah. So it's just crazy. Yeah,
well over
a decade, right?
It sounds awesome. Better if you say well over a decade.
Well, Dominguez said, so got so much respect for you guys and what you guys are doing. We really appreciate that because we're here and we're trying to educate people, help people live the best they possibly can. Cause
YG Lee, 3 weeks. I see it.
Yes.
3 weeks.
Yes. 3 weeks. Become officially Titan family.
He's going to be doing
that's awesome.
Countdown.
Ask him what he wants to get on. I mean, what's he going to do?
And clomiphene probably to start because he's 21.
He's 21.
Try to get some
perfect
things.
age. I'm kind of jealous.
He was on clomiphene with another little place, and just kind of mess him around. So we'll make sure you're straight. Yeah, Lala, what's going on? B Moozin in the house. What's up? Hawk 644. Ismail, how you doing? Woolen, how you doing? Diana, what's up? How you doing? John, how you doing?
Rod the Dad Bod.
Rod the Dad Bod. Oh, I like that.
Big moves on and say, hey, Big Drew and John. Hello, how you doing? What's up, Holden?
Yeah.
Pablo.
Outlaw in the house. What's up?
Motivation or discipline? Both.
Yes.
There you go.
Both.
Pablo.
And consistency.
Yes. YGB. And CJC, I probably can't forget about that one. That's true, too. Nice. That's another great one. So, since we're on the subject of therapies and we just talked about these, let's get into our therapy of the week. So our ECA Stack Plus, ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, B12, chromium. That's what the plus stands for. The regular ECA is ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, and then the plus is the chromium and the B12. And we also have an ultra if you go through the first 2 doses that would have yohin being on the back end too as well. So great for a number of different things, from losing weight, staying lean all year round, great energy all day with no crash, euphoric feeling, so a good mental state too as well. There's so many great things about the ECA Stack Plus. It comes in a capsule form in different dosages for different people because people might have different sensitivities to caffeine or stimulants like ephedrine. Plus, if you're allergic to aspirin, we can take that out of it too as well. But this is something that's in my daily regimen every single day. I've been using this for over 8.5 years, 9 years.
ECA, Hercules, certain stuff I've been spending the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the what's good about ECA too is people don't realize it actually lowers your blood pressure if you take it consistently. People don't ever realize you have baby aspirin at the store and it's 81 milligrams.
Yep.
That's for heart health. It's going to thin your blood out so you don't have prevent strokes and stuff when people go to sleep. Older people.
Yep.
So if people are taking ECA consistently, that little bit of 81 or that small amount of aspirin is actually going to lower your blood pressure.
Yeah.
So people are afraid to take pre-workouts because they have way too much caffeine, way too much other stuff.
Yep.
If you guys are looking for a safer alternative, take the ECA. And again, I always look for benefits that our therapies have that they're not known for.
Right.
You know, most people don't think that this will do that or that will do this. So that's another benefit of it too. If you're looking to switch off of the garbage powder and this, this is basically a heart safe pre-workout, so to speak.
If you had cardiovascular issues, you might not be able to get ECAs. I just want to throw that out there, just in case. Because
but that's pretty much with all. That's pretty much a majority of it.
And any stimulant.
We're assuming you're healthy, a healthy individual.
Any stimulant. So I don't want to make sure because these people call like, I want ECAs, and like, oh, you've had like an open heart surgery.
Well, that's different. There's exceptions to everything. But I'm saying, assuming someone is healthy.
Yeah.
I know for me. I know for people that I've known,
yep.
Any type of daily low dose aspirin is going to help your heart and lung.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
But if you're on nitrates or certain things like that, you don't want to cause an unsafe drop. But that's a whole other show. But I mean, for the average person, you don't have to worry the way you would have to worry about some of those strong pre-workouts. Some of those strong pre-workouts, I feel like they shouldn't even be on the shelf. A lot of them get pulled off.
Yeah,
they'll throw ingredients people don't really know about for a year or two, and they'll find out what it is, and like, wait a minute, they take it off the shelf. Stuff like that's not good. Just like what John said, Titan's been here 11 years, so apparently something's going correct. We're not just a typical HRT clinic that's for a year over here. We make a whole bunch of money and then leave to another country. No one knows where we are.
Yes. No, we're in it to win it. We're here for the patient's health. That's number one priority to us.
Changing lives. Be moving on. I like it.
Yeah. So Boom said Titan medical life changers in all areas. I did ECA Stack Plus and semaglutide. Dropped 37 pounds while doing these now. Down a total of 42 pounds altogether. That's awesome. Be losing 42 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah,
that's definitely a lot of weight. And she's still going, so we're gonna just keep cheering you on all the way to where you want to get to. Todd Turner, what's going on? And Carol Bear, y'all love the ECA stack. Just ordered another 90-day. Love it, love it, love it. That's awesome. I mean, ECAs are the way to go. I mean, when somebody tells me about a pre-workout, I'm like, listen, combine ECA Stack Plus with a Hercules Potion, and you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
If you really want to get a triple dipple effect, add the Titan Complete in there, which are our trifecta package, and man, you're really going to get the best bang for your buck and getting so many different things with so many different benefits. That's going to help your training, it's going to help your results, and it's going to make you feel better all the way around. So I mean, it's really, really good. DJ Bat UNC. I started Titan regimen with ECAs a few weeks ago. ECA is killer, no jitters, no crash. I've taken pre-workouts for 40 plus years. It's the best. Thank
40
you.
plus years taking pre-workouts.
I mean, listen, before Titan, honestly, I was taking pre-workouts. I was the guy that went to the vitamin shop, GNC, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I'm buying some because
I used to mix and put 2-3 together and.
Pre-workouts,
looking back now, I'm
branch
like, what
chains,
was I doing?
Dude, I mean, I'm going to spend a couple $100 on supplements, and I would take it religiously. I mean, NO-Explode was my go-to back in the day, back in the day.
Then you have like a scoop of glutamine, a scoop of creatine, a scoop of amino, scoop of pump, scoop of energy, scoop of this, like super mental focus. It's like...
It's too much. You have all the fillers and all the garbage. And
heartburn within 10 minutes.
That's the other thing. Or you're going to the bathroom before you go to train because you're like, man, you're like, oh, you're kind of iffy about it. Think about it if you like squat or, you have a lot of pressure. It's just, I don't know. It's just a lot cleaner, a lot easier. You know exactly what you're getting. It's prescribed, so you know what's coming to you. And it's way more effective, right? Yeah. Way more effective. And that's what really counts. The effectiveness and it being, healthy for you to use too.
And people who are quote unquote caffeine junkies or people that always take caffeine are familiar with the milligrams.
Yeah.
200 milligrams isn't a lot, like in terms of this stronger pre-workout, but more milligrams doesn't necessarily mean better. With the ephedrine and stuff like that, it'll get you going the same way one of those high dose, pre-workout powders will. Yeah, it'll get you going the same way. Because I was the same way when I first came to Titan. The company I was with before, I'm like, I'm doing 500 milligrams. Like it's 500, no matter what. I have to do 500. 400 milligrams is like, But usually I was like, no matter what I was taking, I had to do 500 milligrams.
Yeah.
But I didn't care about anything else as long as I got those milligrams. But then I'm like too wired and I have no pump.
Yeah.
And all this other stuff. So now, me being used to 400 or 500 milligrams going down to 200, I'm getting a better effect, like a better result. and it's lasting longer.
Yeah, and that's the key. And with some of these doses, you can take 2 a day, right? And still be able to sleep at night and not have to do that. As long as you don't take it like at 9 or 10 o'clock at night or something like that. You got to be smart about when you're going to be taking these things. But it can be done, and that's what I used to use. Really get leaned up for whatever I was doing, whether it was a shoot or we had to go somewhere. It was special. You're going to be right center or whatever it is. You want to look your best, right? Yeah. And you can do that. People inside, I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. It's nice to look at myself and have confidence now. No one believes I'm closer to 4 years old. You guys can't say enough. Thank you. That's awesome. Good. That's really, really awesome.
There's not too many people that are 40 years old that lose 40 pounds.
No, definitely
That's
not.
Good.
It's tough. Yeah. It's tougher as you get older.
It's tough for a guy. I couldn't imagine a woman. I'm assuming she's not super tall. So
yeah.
It's a lot percentage of everything. That's good.
Absolutely. That's awesome. It is really, really awesome. All right, so we got 6H Brian said, I'm 15, 185 skinny fat. What should I do?
Eat.
I go to Planet Fitness. I hope you're not a troll. If you're a troll, Brian.
Last time, remember?
Was he?
Yeah, this guy.
Oh, you're a bad boy, Brian. You're a bad boy. But if you're 15 and skinny fat, hit the weights, start getting on your nutrition plan, and get some sleep.
Yeah, that's about it.
Drink some water.
There you go, right here. Oh, yeah. We saw this one.
Yep. All right. Question. I take the Hercules potion, only take it 45 minutes prior to workout, correct? Not on days I don't work out. So you can take it on days you don't work out. If you got like an event you're going to, a pool party, whatever it is, you can inject it, spot inject in the areas you want to do. Get down, knock out like 50 push-ups, 60 push-ups. Get a pump going, and you can go to those events. But usually, you only want to take it before your workouts. That's when I usually do it, unless we have an event.
Yeah, unless you want to have a pump, like a physical, if you have a photo shoot or something like that. Or, I know guys, back in the day, you got a girl coming by the house, you hit some push-ups.
Oh, for sure.
You get a pre-pump. So
for sure.
It worked for that, too. But I do mine actually like right probably 10 minutes before I leave, and then I live close to the gym. So it's about 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you can take it 30 minutes, 20 minutes, right before you walk in the gym. We usually say 45 because most people take it, at their house and they drive to a gym. And, gym, getting out of the car, whatever it is. So that's why we usually
I've actually taken it at a gym before.
So have I.
When I was kind of rushing out, I loaded everything and had everything ready to go, and I took it at a gym. And that was actually good because the ECA kicked in quick. So, like, while I was waiting for the Hercules to kick in, it like caught up. Yeah. So it gave me like an extra boost. So once I'm all warm, once I got to my heavy sets, the Hercules was like in full motion. So if you guys work out for an hour or two, you could take it literally right before you work out.
Yeah.
And take the advantage of that after that 45 minutes kicks in and gives you like a longer. Certain people work out and they get really into it and then they fall off.
Yeah.
The first hour they're all into it, then they have a couple conversations at the water fountain, and then it slowly goes down.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. So whatever you want. If you do it at the gym, be careful. You don't want people thinking, "Oh, this is steroids," because they will see.
Yeah, you could do it in your car, not necessarily like in the locker room.
If you have to do it in the locker room, I usually do it in the stall. I've done that before, and I had something to dispose of right with me, so I could put it in like a water bottle, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's a good one too, because don't just throw it in there.
Don't.
It doesn't matter what kind of medication you're taking. If it's any type of injectable, if you don't have a proper container, like John said, use a water bottle, a Gatorade bottle, anything that's hard where it's not going to poke somebody. Even if the cap is on it, that cap could fall off. Oh, the cap's on, I'm just going to throw it in the trash can. You got the guy taking out the trash can, and then he's getting,
That's not cool.
And then just think about being a trash can.
Oh, no. You get stuck by a needle?
And then getting stuck, you don't know what was in that needle. You're paranoid.
You're freaking out, right? You have to get all this testing to see.
Water bottles, Gatorade bottles, anything, just put it in there, cap it up.
In most public places, and I don't see this in a lot of gyms, but I have seen it in most gyms, and more gyms will have this, and more places are going to have this, as you see in the future. But most will have a Sharps container in the bathrooms now. Because there's a ton of people that are diabetic.
Yeah, it's true.
And they have to take insulin. And they have to be able to get rid of those Sharps properly. Like if you go to like Busch Gardens, Disney, any of those places, next time you go in the bathroom, look, because they're always on the wall. So at that point, they have to be able to do it. There's people out there that
it's usually like an orange. If you guys don't know what it looks like, it's usually just a piece of plastic like box stuck to a wall, and the top will have like an open, let's say, warning or something.
It'll have the needle like a Sharps design and everything like that, so you can see it.
It looks like a Salvation Army drop-off box attached to the wall.
Yeah.
That's like the slot in there.
Yeah. DJ Bat UNC said, it also works as a general, he's talking about ECAs, it also works as a general pick-me-up. Took it before a concert and kept me going that time. So that, for sure, for me, when I went to EDC, I don't do any drugs or anything like that, but like, I take ECAs because, I'm staying up 7 o'clock till 5 in the morning or something like that. We did maybe 2 ECAs on some days. But, so it definitely works like that for sure, 100%.
I noticed B. Muzon's on here. She said she's 4'11".
Oh, yeah.
So if you're 4'11" and you lost, that's even more impressive.
Yes.
Because, if you were 6 feet or 6 feet, the percentages are different. So the shorter you are, that amount of weight is a lot. So that's a lot. You probably had to buy all new clothes, I'm assuming. I mean, 40. If I lost 42 pounds, right? And I'm 6'3", so I mean,
me too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
As a trauma nurse, the ECA Stack Plus has helped me get through the 16-hour shifts at the hospital. We do know about those shifts, and man, trauma nurse. And you got to be on point too, because you got trauma coming in. Yeah, right?
you got to be strong mentally. To be a trauma nurse. You got to make the right decision at the right time, or that could be somebody's life possibly. So or you do something wrong that could hurt somebody. So it is. Jack Wan, I still enjoy my Titan stainless steel 26-ounce cup and attend gym daily. You guys are game changers. My blood work per physical is best ever. Nice. That is awesome. I'm so happy. And, man, I think you got the blue cup. We actually got black cups now, too, as well. So if you're interested in those, I think we'll have those online for you guys to be able to purchase. We might even do a giveaway in next Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew. I'll let Drew pick what he wants to give away next week. Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Maybe do some contest or something like mini contest.
Let's do it. Let's definitely do it.
Mini stuff like losing weight or a certain amount of posts or prove your story or how it worked or something.
All right, so guys, what is the best time to work out traps, backs or shoulder day?
TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a certain time of the day. I mean, they say your body's the most warmest between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Oh, he's asking what time of day?
Yeah.
Depends on your schedule. I mean, if you work overnights, I'm not going to tell you to work out at a certain time of day.
What is best to work out traps, back, and shoulder day?
Just get in there.
Oh, you're asking if you should work traps on your back day or traps on your shoulder day?
Yeah, I guess that.
I would say it just depends what your workout is. You don't want it to slow you down. So in other words, when I see people,
do with shoulders.
Yeah, I do traps.
Traps with shoulders?
I do traps with shoulders. I've never done traps with back.
I've never done with back either.
Because it kind of sits in your shoulder. If you're doing a side lateral, it's kind of hitting your trap.
Yeah.
Especially if you reach behind, if you go in front. If you're doing upright, I don't know. I was working with shoulders, but I mean, I've seen people work with back. I've seen people finish off their back workouts with just some shrugs. Yeah. Because it's small, just to get a pump.
Yeah.
But I always work it out.
What can I do to strengthen my rotator cuff? So there's a number of different things you could do to strengthen that.
Strengthen the tendons, some BPC and some TB.
So yes, you could get BBC 157, TB 500 as far as to help heal them, or just strengthen them to make them better. But if you're talking about working out the rotator cuff,
just do those.
Yeah, there's.
Those.
Or when you have you attach like a band to a door or a cable, and you have your elbow connected to your body, and then you're pulling away, keeping your elbow connected. That's to work the outside rotator cuff muscle. And then if you turn it around to the opposite way and you're pulling in, that'll also work the rotator cuff muscle on the outside. So those are the best ways that I've seen done in physical therapy when I've had to go in for my shoulders. Hopefully I won't have to do a surgery again soon, but it's probably going to come. And at that point, I'm going to document everything when I do it. I'll show you guys exactly what to do. All right, so let's get into some of the topics. Money stored in Venmo and other apps could be vulnerable.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, myself included, people will leave money in their Venmo or Cash App or any of those. Yep. I mean, just to give, if you guys don't know, these apps, you could basically have them, I could send John, $500 or whatever on Venmo. He could keep it in his Venmo account before he actually deposits into his bank. Yeah. But then if he wants to pay me, he could take it from that account. Or I know Venmo now, you could actually pay with Venmo. A lot of places online, you go to order and it has Venmo and Apple Pay as one of the things. Yeah. So now they're saying if you keep it in there too long, they could take it. These app places are owned by certain banks, so they technically, if it's in that app, they could take it. So they're saying be careful because your money could be gone. I mean, people think crazy, people think it's safe just because it's in there. Oh, it's not in my bank yet. I don't want whether they don't want their bank to know their income or whether they just keep it in there for whatever reason. I don't know, but it's not safe in there pretty much for long periods of time.
I mean, basically what they're saying is FDIC doesn't cover it, so that's Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So if you know anything about FDIC, so when you go to a bank, you go to Bank of America, Chase, Truist, whatever it is, You go in there and you get a bank account. So those bank accounts are FDIC insured. So they're insured up to $250,000 per bank account. Now, if you got $1 million in your bank account and something goes wrong with $1 million and it's gone, you're only insured up to $250,000. So, this is why I had to learn this the hard way. You want to spread the money across different accounts underneath the $250,000. So if anything happens to that bank and they go under per se, like some of these banks did, you're not losing out on that money, and it's going to be insured and covered. And these apps, even though they're kind of like a bank or connected to a bank, they're not, and they're not covered by FDIC.
Yeah, so basically you're
not getting any protection.
You're not insured.
Yeah, you're not getting any protection whatsoever. Yeah. So
it could be automatically be gone. I've seen people, a lot of people get scammed, or a lot of people have been hacked, or this and that, with more so with Cash App than the others. But I mean,
well, even with Zelle. So every time I do Zelle through my Truist account, it asks me every time. It's like, make sure you watch out for these scams, and it has and you have to check off the box.
That's good though.
And then and then press it. So Venmo and Cash App are a lot easier, where you just you put in the thing and just click and it's done.
Yeah. See, the difference with Zelle is actually going from the bank. So it's not in an account.
Yeah. It's
so you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Someone sends you money with Zelle, it's going into your account.
Yeah.
Whether you weren't there or not, it's just, as long as they're on the list and they're one of the active people or whatever. So.
Fapito in the house. Claire Louise, how you doing? Back end. Hoen, Axendova, Kawa, Paso, Cries.
I'm interested to know how much you could actually keep in these.
What?
Like, could you have $1 million in your Venmo account? I mean,
probably.
How high will it let you go?
I don't know.
That's another thing I probably should have looked at before.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can do.
I mean, could you have... Because there's always, like, limits where you could only send or you can only receive a certain amount. But is there a limit? Like, I mean, is there people with 100, 200,000 in their Venmo or in their... That's just been building that they haven't never even put it in the bank?
Yikes. I would not. I'd be scared as hell to have that much money.
Yeah, I know.
Even PayPal, dude. I'd be scared as hell to have that. Because, man...
Well, PayPal owns...
They're still their terms and agreement.
I think PayPal owns Venmo. That's what it is.
Yeah. You both should run for president and VP to change America. Good health and no more disease. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, let's do it.
For real. That'd be the best. Me and Drew would be making all the great policies out there.
Better than our health advisor.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We need health advisors that look like health advisors.
Exactly. That's a problem. When you see lead people that lead by example.
Otherwise, we're gonna have a whole bunch of divorced marriage counselors.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like, what's the point? Practice what you preach. I had a conversation with someone yesterday. Like, when you see these nurses that are like a 300-pound nurse drinking soda, smoking cigarettes in her lunch break in scrubs, telling me I'm not healthy.
Yeah.
You're
overweight or obese. Like, what are you talking about, lady? For real.
Just like what I heard earlier today, this guy's comedian was like, if I hear another 400-pound vegan, I'm gonna be upset.
Oh yeah, I know.
400 pounds, but I don't eat meat. Like, if you don't eat meat, you don't eat meat. But
it's true. I mean, you're gonna be
clearly that way is not.
You're gonna have some deficiencies though when you don't eat meat. That's a fact, and you got to get it from somewhere else.
I had to find some raw milk though. I keep hearing about raw. Remember we talked about raw milk? How it's more. I think I'm gonna find some because I'm Mr. No Lactose just to see. I want to try it. Like I want to try.
So it's interesting.
The hydration. Try it with a protein, like a real protein shake with raw milk.
Yeah.
Like try it like that.
There might be some places out in Odessa, like some farms that sell it. Something like that. I don't know. There's certain stipulations about what they can sell and what they can't.
I want it straight from the cow, just the nozzle right into my shaker cup.
They say that the best milk to buy right now, if you're going to get real milk from the store, is grass-fed milk.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this?
I've heard
why the grass-fed milk and stuff like that.
I've heard of grass-fed.
So grass-fed milk is supposed to have cows in general get antibiotic shots, right? And they've said that some people are putting mRNA into these cows and their food supply, so I don't know. But grass-fed is supposed to be basically they're not in their stalls right next to each other, because if you go to some of those cattle farms, they're just lined up right.
So it's pretty much the equivalent of pasture-raised eggs.
Yes.
Where they have free range to graze and
no probiotics, no antibiotics, no.
I'm gonna grab some grass.
So grass-fed milk is supposed to be healthy. So I'm gonna try it myself. That's why I brought it up, and because I wouldn't even brought it up if Drew didn't bring up the raw milk, but. That's a great point, man, because, you got to watch what you're eating. I mean, food sources out there, everly people are just trying to change these big companies either to make a buck or to make something that's genetically modified to give you a process. I mean,
yeah, because now they have so many sugar-free, salt-free, gluten-free, vegan, non-GM. They didn't have any of that when I was a kid, and no one was this big.
I know.
People were eating steak,
Yep.
and whole eggs, and whole milk,
Yep.
and even there wasn't so many options. So now I always hear people say there's no excuse now because there's sugar-free, low-carb, everything.
Yeah.
But there wasn't an excuse back then. You know, the difference is now, even if you choose to eat healthy, if it's not organic or you don't know the farm it's coming from, then it's a whole other thing. So now you really have to grow your own food. You know,
it's true.
I'm gonna get a farm with some cows and some
telling
chickens.
you, man. You know, I've been thinking
Move to
about
Texas,
this.
Get a big cowboy hat. Titan cowboy hat.
Dude, I ain't gotta go to Texas, man. You can have the cattle here, man.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's like, you know, when you go to my house in our neighborhood, like you'll go by and there's a house on the right hand side before you turn in, and he's got probably like 10 cattle
With that big gate.
Yeah, he's got probably 10 cattle. So, you know, I mean, I was just thinking about buying some land, man, and putting a big building on it, and then we could grow some stuff out there too as well. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's true. I mean, trust me, I'd like to have that just for myself.
Real chickens, real eggs every morning.
That'd be nice. Yeah. You know, you know what you're eating. You know, you're producing it too as well, which is it's rewarding in itself if you can do that. You know, pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Plus, we'll get ready for the apocalypse because it's going to happen sometime or another. All right. So if you're struggling to lose body fat, there could be other things going on except for calorie counting, like vitamin deficiencies, right, or hormones. But specifically, we're talking about vitamin deficiencies right now. You know, when we're trying to lose visceral fat, because that's the real problem with belly fat, is the visceral fat. And visceral fat is fat that surrounds your organs in your stomach area, right? And this can be very unhealthy for you in the future too, causing a whole bunch of negative health effects that you could possibly get from just having visceral fat around your organs. It's not cool. So at this point, we want to look at some different things that might be able to help you. So with this, there's a number of different things, from vitamin D, right, and deficiencies. And when you think vitamin D, you're like, oh, well, that really shouldn't, affect my stomach area, right? But when we talk about losing weight, we got to talk about losing weight all over. There's no spot reduction in losing weight. So if you want to attack your stomach, you can't just attack your stomach. You're going to be attacking your whole body, whether it's recomping or getting rid of fat on your body or mass or weight or whatever you want to call it. But we want to get rid of the fat mass. That's the biggest thing. And, with vitamin deficiencies is one thing. Vitamin B12 is another thing that you want to do. Magnesium's a big one right now for a lot of people out there. Vitamin A, vitamin K. And there's different ways where you can check these things out too as well. So you can blood test for these things. Or you could take supplementation for these different things. Now, all these things don't come in injectable. We don't offer injectable like vitamin A and stuff like that. That's something you have to get over the counter. But vitamin D, definitely. 100%. And there's more people that have vitamin D deficiencies than you know, especially here in the state of Florida. And I'm one of them. And I see almost everybody that we do a vitamin D test on come back deficient.
Now, when you talk about vitamin D, are you referring to vitamin D3 or D? Because
vitamin D3.
D3, okay. Because I know a lot of times people are going to be like, what's D? Or I saw D3 at the store, but it wasn't,
Yeah, there's D1,
D1,
D2.
yeah,
so.
D3. I know D3 is good for,
yeah.
With your appetite, too.
D3 is the biggest one that you want to take as far as supplementation-wise, and usually for vitamin D deficiency, vitamin D3 is the one that you go to. Now, we do offer an injectable that's weekly. You take it one time a week. I've seen some people take some really good over-the-counter oral vitamin D, and I usually wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
Yeah, because not with those, the way they have to compound it, because it's in like a gel.
It's in a gel tab, yeah.
That's not vegan gel. That's not natural. That's
that's the one thing.
Yeah.
The gelatin or whatever it may be, that could be another thing.
I'd rather have a vegan capsule than than that gelatin.
And you probably could get a vegan capsule form of it. I don't know. But
and then you get that, and I've seen people even get the thing, and then they take the needle and try to squeeze the vitamin E out, and they'll put it on you might as well just get the...
So Jaquan has a great point here, and I was just going to mention that right afterwards. HRT, right? HRT and testosterone go right along with vitamin D2 as well. But vitamin D3 is a hormone. It's not a vitamin. So it's crazy how they sell it over the counter, and it's really a hormone. Like melatonin, that's a hormone, right? So we want to talk about that too. And vitamin D is oil-based. So what does that mean? That means that most vitamins that you take are water-based. And if you take an exuberant amount of them, it's not going to hurt you. But when you take something like vitamin D, if you take a whole bunch of it, it stays in your system longer, and it can be toxic to your body. So you want to make sure that you're blood testing and seeing where your vitamin D levels too are as well, so you can, you get on a regimen. Now, once you get on a regimen, you stay on that regimen, and you're there, you're consistent. Everything's going to stay the same. You're not going to have to worry about it. But it's just something to look at, and it does help with cholesterol too as well. Plus renal, which is your kidneys, it helps with that as well too. So
if you're in the state too, get some daily sun. Don't be afraid to be in the sun.
Yeah, man. It's crazy that
natural vitamin.
As much sun that I get, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me.
Maybe your body's immune to the sun because you're getting so much.
I don't know, because it's not, like I said, it's not just me, like Tsikouris, wherever, we're all vitamin D deficient. Yeah. It would stay in the sun forever. Like when I go on vacation.
But it might raise it a little bit. No, not at all. Or just not to the levels you want it to be.
No, dude, I'm always deficient. Unless I take a supplementation of it, I'm always deficient. And I've done the Pepsi challenge where I didn't take the supplement for like maybe 2 weeks. And then I went, and it was like a Memorial Day weekend. I stayed all weekend out in the sun and blood tested, and it was low. I couldn't believe it. So it's just something different. All right, so the next one. FDA warns consumers about not using off-brand versions of Ozempic Wegovy.
Yeah. Like we've said plenty of times in the past, whether we're talking about other stuff, therapies we have, people say I can get it here, or even HRT, they say they could order it online without a prescription. Yeah. You don't know what you're getting.
Right.
Like John said, you could be getting vitamin E or vitamin D oil as your injectable. Yep. So semaglutide, everyone knows it works.
Yep.
The only time I've heard of maybe 1 or 2 times heard that it didn't, but then again, it could be this.
Yep.
You could be putting something into your body that's going to make you lose weight but have other health problems. Yep. So people that order, quote unquote, it might be fake semaglutide, or they order from some website, and then if you have to get a money order and a MoneyGram and do all this stuff and an email, and it's suspect. It is suspect. And then on top of that, if you get something, I'm losing weight off of it. It may have worked for you, but it may not be semaglutide.
That's right.
It may be dirty. It may be contaminated. It may not be compounded correctly.
It's true.
So it's really not worth the risk. And I'm surprised they're even having semaglutide doing this now, because I've heard of other things. Some of the amino blends that try to do what Hercules is. You can go on. It's like amino this or amino that. Of course. But or even like some ED stuff they have, tadalafil. People order a liquid and this and that, but then it's not made to be compounded in oil and alcohol. I don't know. It's better safe to be sorry.
Yep.
But I feel like this is going to happen pretty much with every drug. I feel like in 10 or 15 years from now, you're going to be able to go online and order from any drug. And as long as they put for research purposes only, because that's what they put on these bottles, if you die, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much illegal, so who are you going to complain to?
Right.
It'd be like the equivalent of going online and say, I'm gonna go online and order some heroin.
Yeah.
It's illegal. So if they send you something that's not what it says it is, it's illegal.
And
so
you take it for sure.
You could be wasting your money. You could be damaging your body. You could be putting something into your body you don't know what it is. So now you don't know how to combat it. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of things online. I mean, you can order everything online, whether it's a license or hardcore drugs or organs. I mean, it's crazy. So
and it's okay. Look, compounding pharmacies that are licensed, one thing, right? Because this drug is in shortage, and compounding pharmacies can produce drugs that are in shortage. But lab research or chemical research sites selling it, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, they're practicing on you.
You're the research. You're the rat. So, I mean, at that point, this is what they're worrying about. They're worrying about all these research, chemical lab research sites selling this to people as semaglutide. And people don't know the difference. Even with BPC 157, TB 500, you get some people that, comment in, like, hey, listen, I want to get BPC 157. We tell them the price, like, oh my God, I can get this for $40 on whatever the hell research site it was. I'm like, it's not the same. And then I break it down for them, like, listen, this is made in China or somebody's bathtub and produced, and then they're shipping from their house to you. And at that point, you're taking and putting it inside your body. It's not coming from a real licensed U.S. pharmacy. Yeah. It's not getting any endotoxins, sterility testing, or anything like that. You have no idea what the potency is on it. So at that point, you're taking a risk and Russian roulette, and you're spending money doing it.
Not only that, too, they're I don't know. Just like we said, there's no guarantee it says what it says it is. So even if they feel like, oh, this is not semaglutide, even if they get it tested to figure out it is semaglutide, you're not going to be able to test the micrograms, the milligrams, and all this stuff. So people are like, oh, yeah, I got this stuff online. I ordered it. It probably wasn't real if it was that cheap and you could just order it. Yeah. Oh, I tested it, came back and says it was. Oh, well, if it's supposed to be 200 milligrams per dose and they're giving you 20 just so it shows up on the test, that's a whole nother thing too. So people, even if you get stuff tested, you don't know it's the right milligram. It could be overdose. You could be taking too much. All this stuff's working great. It's better than the stuff I got from the clinic. But then again, it might be overdose of not what it says it is, and you have more problems. So it's not just about making sure, is this real? Is it the correct dosing? Is it compounded properly? Is it safe to inject? Just like what you said. Was the guy sneezing, talking to his friend, smoking a cigarette as he was making it at his house? So
it's true. Really, really true.
Got to be safe with this stuff, guys.
YG Lee said, how long does NAD injections take to improve mental clarity? Usually the day that you take it.
2 hours.
It definitely helps right away. It's not something that takes a long time to kick in.
First time I took that, I might. I was like,
super focused. Big shout to everybody join in. Frankie, Holly, Antine, Desmar.
Actually, I didn't even think it took 2 hours. I remember working 20 minutes.
It's pretty instant.
10 or 15 minutes.
Pretty instant. Uncle Sam, what's going on? All right, so last one. Telomeres. Are telomeres really key in living longer, youthful lives? So telomeres are the key for long, useful, and healthy lives to be extended. Telomeres, which are the caps on the top of chromosomes or the proteins surrounding it, and telomeres shrink over time after the cells divide and keep dividing. After so long, the cells can't divide, and the telomeres shorten, and that's when an onslaught of different health issues could arise, like genetic or health defects, DNA issues, or damaged DNA too as well. So this is something that you really need to look into, because telomeres is an extension of anti-aging. If you can extend your telomeres, you're going to live a longer, healthier life. So that's what it's really all about. And we do offer a therapy for this, which is Epitalon. And Epitalon extends telomeres, and it's something you only need to take 2 times a year as maintenance to extend those telomeres, which is really, really
easy.
Cool.
I wish I could do my Hercules potion twice a year.
I know, right? That'd be awesome. Have the exact same effect every day.
For people that are inquiring or want to know about this, just think 2 times a year. How easy is that?
So easy.
A whole year? It makes
so easy.
Yeah. I've never heard of anything where you only have to do that twice a year.
Yeah, so shorter telomeres have been associated with increased disease incidence and decreased survival time. Sensitive cells, and these are cells, when your cells are done dividing, they become sensitive cells and they die. Sensitive cells no longer divide but remain active and have been implicated in many diseases of aging, such as osteoarthritis, arteriosclerosis, and cancer. Longer telomeres should mean that cells can divide more often before entering senescence and dying, therefore increasing longevity. Animal studies have shown that telomeres shorten faster in short-lived animals and longer-lived animals. But they've also did this on mice and humans too as well. So really, really cool when we're talking about telomeres, and really understanding telomeres is, listen, we want these things to extend or be as long as possible before they die, and our cells die basically, and then we're kind of open, right? And at that point, disease can come in and take over, or whatever it may be. So if you're looking for something to extend telomeres, for anti-aging, to extend hopefully your quality of life, then Epitalon is the therapy. It's a peptide therapy. You only have to take it 2 times a year. So that's a new one for you guys. I never talk about. I never talk about Epitalon.
Twice a year. It's good.
And we've had it forever. So I've just, I've never gotten into it, where a lot of people really don't understand it. But a lot of these things are coming mainstream. So a lot of people are asking about different things like this. So
if you guys are looking for anything anti-aging, I would jump on that.
Yeah.
Definitely jump on
really,
that.
really cool. Really, really good.
Or if you're starting HRT, you're a little bit older, you're looking for something, take that with it. Twice a year,
And you do not need it with Thaman. No, you do not need it with that. So usually you would take it with, you could take it with TB500, but at that point you don't need to. All you have to do is take the Epitalon by itself. Okay? All right, so upcoming events. So we add to the list now for you guys. August 3rd to August 5th, Tampa Pro, the Grand Hyatt here in Tampa, Florida. We can't wait. Obviously, we're going to be doing free injections, free amino shots, free B12 shots, like we always do. And we're the title sponsor for the Titan Medical Center Tampa Pro.
Title sponsor.
Yep. That needs to change on his page.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll tell him about that. But yeah, so it's really awesome. So Titan Medical Tampa Pro is going to be at full effect. Hopefully have some special guests maybe. I don't know. I've got some people I'm talking to right now. Hopefully maybe they'll come back out and be a part of it with us.
Even if we don't have special guests at Tampa Pro, that's where you're going to see a lot of big-time bodybuilders, fitness people. So if that's your thing, whether they're listed as being there with us or with someone else, there'll be plenty of people walking around.
Yeah.
And they're all going to be coming by the Titan booth because we're going to be dead center where they can't miss us.
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially this year.
Yeah.
9/15 to 9/16 St. Pete Art and Fashion Week. We will be presenting sponsors for that. We will also have our new designs for the catwalk this year, and I can't wait. It's always a great event. Donna Crowley puts it on for us. So we will be there in full effect, presenting sponsors, top designers, and ready to go.
Ripping the runway.
Oh, yeah. Like always, bro. 10/21 Hurricane Pro in St. Pete. Can't wait for that one. Another Tim Gardner production. 11/2, 11/5 Olympia in Orlando. It's going to be awesome. And 11/5, which is that Sunday after Olympia, we'll be at Festival of Speed in Ritz-carlton, Orlando. Man, back to back to back. 11/18 Cars and Couture. That's supposed to be at the Motor Enclave, which is getting built as we speak. So hopefully it's going to be built in time, ready to rock and roll.
Smell like fresh paint in there.
Oh yeah, can't wait. And we'll have our cars out there, so it's going to be a good time for sure.
You know, Florida, they'll build stuff. They'll build a building in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's going to be quite something to see. I can't wait. So, but that's it, guys. That's another Titan Lifestyle with Big Drew every Friday, 2 p.m. And I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's glad to have you back. Like I said, he's been gone for a couple weeks, so I've been holding it down. If you guys are listening on YouTube, make sure you hit the bell so you're notified of videos like this. Check us out on the podcast if you want to listen to us or you want to listen to any of the past shows we've had. Also, check out Titan Medical's page on their Facebook if you want to check out these past videos as well. So a lot of times people are like, I missed a show a couple weeks ago. You could always go back and listen on the podcast or go back to Titan Facebook and watch it as well. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and we'll be back next week.
Yep, we'll be back next week. YouTube too.